Hello, everyone. It's Dr. J back again with part two of functions. Calculate statistics such as mean, low, and high. We have a global array data, and we had 5 elements in data, and we asked what did we do? Ask the user for the data.
Yeah, the numbers, and then you find the lowest, the highest, and the mean.
All right, so let's see. Oh no, for the data we asked the user. Okay.
We only ask for 5 numbers.
Right. Okay, so what we want to do, the homework assignment was what, Ruben?
To make the array local and then change the parameters on all the others.
Okay, so let's cut and paste double into main. We'll make it local. Control X, I guess, and Control V. Okay, now another thing we can do is make more data than we actually would need. So we can make 500 for the array and simply ask the user how many elements how much data do you have, and let them fill it that way. So we could do that. You see what I'm saying? So we could say to the user, see out how much data is being processed. How many data elements are being processed? Question mark. And then read that in. So let's call that n. So let's make one more variable local to main called int n. And now let's read it in. So cn n, right, Ruben?
Mm-hmm.
Cn n. Okay. So now that we have n, the for loop to read in the numbers, instead of going up to 5, goes up to what?
N.
Correct. Little generalization. Now the other thing is, when we call the functions, this is printing out the data. So again, instead of up to 5, we go up to
n.
Yes. We go up to n. All right, so now when we call the functions, we're going to have to specify 2 things: the name of the array, which is data, and how many elements we wish to process. And
n.
Yes, that would be n. So the same thing is true for the other functions. Low, data, comma, n, and the last one, main of data, comma, n. Okay, so now when we do the prototypes, we have to change them, right? So there are 2 parameters now, right? So what are they? A double array, right? Double array. So how do I symbolize an array?
The brackets.
Yeah. And the second parameter is just an int, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I got to do that for all 3. Low, double, comma, double brackets, comma, and
Int, int.
or int. I could say int n, but you don't have to. In other words, you can give names to the parameters that I left blank, but it's totally optional. And being that it's optional, I don't do it. All right, so int All right, so now when we write the function definition, that changes too. So we have in here double the name of the function data. You know, I could have actually just called it D.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we try that? Double D. Double D. Double D. Do I need to say a 5? And let's see if it works. So this becomes.
You have to put the parentheses.
Yes.
Basically, explains in detail how it's gonna work, so that you can understand that.
And this becomes.
And delete that parenthesis, the one after double D.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we also have to change the 5 to an N, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think everything is the same.
But data changes to D, right?
Oh yeah, so data is D.
Like what I do is because if you go on the train and you guys want to do is practice these good questions and it help you remember the basics.
So I'm making a lot of changes that I didn't have to make because I could have kept the data. In the next two functions, I'm going to keep the data just to show that it really doesn't matter. So low data, double data. And now I just have one change to make, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the last function. So last function, we put in double data. And change the 5 to an N. And there's one other
The
change.
other
Yeah,
5.
the other 5 to an N.
The
yeah,
return.
yeah. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see if it compiles cleanly. Okay, compiled all right. Try running it. All right, again, let's go with a few because we don't want to be all day entering. So we'll go with 5. 5.0. 4.2, 3.3, 2.2, and 1.1234. All right, the greatest element is 5. That looks right. The lowest element is 1.1234. That looks right. And the mean looks about right. So it looks like everything worked cool. Okay, so we actually did quite a few things here. We went from using global array to using a local array. That was the first change, right, Ruben?
Yes.
And the second change was everything that was, we made the array bigger so that we can give the user flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to add 2 parameters to the function prototype. Let's review that again. We had to add the fact that the first parameter is double, and the second parameter is the length of the array. Not the actual length of the array, but how many elements we're using of the array. So the actual length in Maine was 50, but we're only using 5 in this case, or n in general. Okay, so thank you very much. I think this was good. And if I can figure out how to stop this from recording, I will. Okay, let's, yeah, stop.